Hello everybody, welcome back again to Twin Sons Farm here on Calmston. It's nice and early this morning, no fog today, which is nice. I actually see it well at the moment anyway. We can actually see where we're going. So we're actually just on our way down to the cow pasture. Take them a couple of bales down and some fresh water. So I've been giving them 2 hay bales, and that seems to be lasting just a day. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put 2 into the trough now, and then I'll come back to this last thing towards the back end of the day and just see how it's got on, really, like how much is left at the end of the day. Are we going to need to put an extra bale in sort of before night time? So yeah, I mean, I suppose to be fair, you know, we're working on 2-day months, so you know, a day out of that is not a lot for a month's worth of feed, so it's to be sort of expected, really, I suppose. So I'm just going to fill this with water up first. So I'll get that in there, and then once that's full, we'll unhitch that like that. Put some work lights on so we see what we're doing, and then we will put a couple of hay bales in that trough. Okay, that one there. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed that first episode, and that you like the farm. Oh, it's a bit daft, wasn't it? I haven't actually seen any comment. Well, I will have seen comments, you know, when you've seen this, but at the moment I'm recording this sort of straight after episode 1, really. So I haven't, you know, read any comments. I won't be able to respond to anything. Well, if there are any comments, there might not be any, but yeah, I won't be able to respond to any just yet. But yeah, no, I hope you like what we're doing, and kind of you get the idea. Like I say, small and medium equipment, really. We're limited by mods at the moment too, and the plan will be make as much money as we can and just keep buying bigger fields, upgrading equipment, and eventually that other goal, like I say, is to buy the other farm, start our own proper big contracting business, and just see where we get to, really, I suppose. And also at the same time, we'll just sort of get to see Farming Simulator 25 kind of, you know, expand. We'll get to see more mods coming in, especially the British mods, which of course we're going to be putting on the save here. So yeah, it's going to be really good. Let's just go and check. So there you go. So we've got full water and hay. Is that still going up? Yes, it is. They're 4,500, so it's probably going to go up to about 9,000, I think, he says. Or maybe it isn't. Interesting. Was one of them a bit smaller? Okay. Oh, it's just ticked over to 7 o'clock, so yeah, they'll have actually eaten some already, so that's why. So actually, that's interesting. So we had 9,000. So they're eating just under kind of 800 or just over 850 litres an hour. So yeah, so we'll see how we go with that. So in 10 hours you're looking at 8,500 litres. So yeah, we're going to need to feed 2 bales every day at the moment. So we'll see how we go with that. Keen to sort of see, you know, can we keep them productive, because as I say, this is our breeding stock, so as soon as we can, we really want them to be sort of firing on all cylinders so that we can get some calves next year, and then we can start to fatten those up ready for market and keep breeding with these guys. So yeah, we'll see. Get over that gate. Anyway, that's done for now. Like I say, we can do that again later on if we need to. So we'll just pop this back outside the farm. There we go. do. So it looks like it's going to be a lovely day. I think we're going to get a bit of cloud later on, but it rained overnight, but shouldn't affect us too much. Let's put some food in. Still need to rename Dylan, because he's not called Ted. There you go, mate. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be an ideal day for getting back out in those fields. So like I say, plan today is going to be these fields that were barley fields before. So this one here. Want to get, there's one here and one over towards that way, but I want to get these subsoiled. So the reason I'm going to subsoil them is I'm just going to kind of role play that, you know, a lot of compaction in this ground. It wasn't draining too great over the last year, so to maximise that yield and get the best out of it, we're going to subsoil it, get right down underneath, get the subsoiler in, break it up, and then after that we'll power harrow it, and after that we'll drill into it. Hopefully that will give us the best yield on our OSR crop, because that's going to give us a nice bit of cash come harvest time next year. Now, at the moment, we're still limited with the sort of crop calendar. I did download the mod that I had found in Scroft's Discord. I'm not sure if it's worked because I haven't tested it. I know it doesn't update the map because it's all in the XML file, so we've just kind of got to guess. But I think we might miss. Yeah, so September, if we don't get that done today, which we're not, let's be honest, we're not going to, we're going to miss it. But I'm pretty sure in that XML, we can drill it in the spring. So I'll double check that. If we can't, then, you know, we'll go with a different spring crop. I might go with, say, you know, probably something like maize, or what else have we got? Could maybe do sunflowers, that might be quite interesting. But then I'd have to lease. Oh, oats, there you go. So we could do oats. If all else fails, we could do oats. Anyway, we can sort that. It'll be fine. Right. So I'm going to use for the subsoil, it needs 150 horsepower, so it's going to be a bit much for the 8210. So I mean, it might do it, but it would really be at the limits of what it can do. It would only give us a little bit of headroom above that. So we'll get back in our trusty Massey. It's just still got the power harrow, the disc harrow on from last episode. Look at that, didn't clean it either. What a mess. Close the door, keep the rats out. Alright, there we go. Big chunky tool that. I don't know if I've ever actually power harrowed in Farm Sim. Oh no, I think I have done once. So this will be interesting now. It's not something I do very often. I always tend to plough, so yeah. So we'll go with the field that's furthest away first, so we're coming back on ourselves at the end. That makes the most sense. Well, the weight's doing well on the back, so that's good. Alright. Let's get down to the field. I really do like the new sort of lighting effects, particularly in the mornings and things. Fog yesterday, like in the last episode, was looking really good. Yeah, the game's looking great. And once it gets sorted and those little bugs and niggles get fixed that we're all talking about, it's going to be a really, really good addition. So I am using the latest update for Calmsden, so that came out it was yesterday, I think now, and I've been through, done all the edits I made again, so hopefully we shouldn't have any of the issues we haven't before. Whee! Alright, fella. Whoop! There's a grip box there. Can he get past? Yes, he can. Yeah, so hopefully we shouldn't have any of the previous issues that were on the map, so that is all good. There we go. So this has been limed, and you know it is going to be it's going to be very dirty and dusty, let's say. So I'm going to use the GPS again because I have got it fitted to this tractor, so I don't feel like I'm cheating too much, and it means we'll get things done nice and sort of hang about. No, we don't want an AI worker. There we go. Steering assist. Yep, 3 headlands again, fine. Automated, fine. Yep. Okay, perfect. So start in on the centre, and we'll do our headlands at the end. But yeah, the last thing that we had done was the contractors came and obviously did the lime, so you can see we're getting a fairly, you know, bit of lime there on the tractor as we go through. Now that isn't doing too bad, but it feels like it's having to work fair hard, so I'm glad we used the Massey, to be fair. Well, we've got 25 horsepower on this because it's been remapped. But it is working hard, to be fair, so yeah, best tractor to use for doing this sort of heavy till work. But this will be good because it gives us a ploughed state. It actually, to be fair, I'd forgotten with the power harrow, because of the way it works, it's actually disrupting the ground underneath. So we're talking about 30-40 centimetres below the surface is where the real work is being done. But because, you know, when we just lift it up, we can go and have a look. Because the ends of the tines, the sort of spade bit, you can see how far down underneath that is. The real work is being done, and you have less sort of disturbance on the top. So to be fair, we could just drill into that, which I think is what we're going to do. Saves us fuel, so it's when we, you know, saves us money in the long run. So yeah, bonus. Completely forgot about that. Right, I'll get this one done, and then I'll join you again after we finish this field. I will catch you guys in a bit. Okay. So that is both those barley fields all subsoiled and ready for the OSR. So obviously I was thinking then when I was doing that bit of work, I actually thought because the OSR can be, because we've subsoiled and it's created this nice seed bed, we don't need to cultivate after ploughing as well, we can just drill straight into it. So it's 3:30, I think the weather's looking set fair, so I think we're going to do a long one into the end of September. I'm going to get the OSR drilled into both what was these barley fields that we've just subsoiled, and then we'll get them drilled overnight, and then we should be good then, and we can move on to the other fields later in the autumn, sort of early, well, not early winter, but late autumn if we can. I'm thinking for those ones, to be honest, we'll probably put in some like oilseed radish or something as a cover crop over winter, and then plough that in come the spring, put some spring crops in there. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at the minute anyway. So I'm going to just get this back to the yard. It does need fueling up, and then we'll have a look at getting the seeder filled up, and yeah, we'll go from there. Well, it didn't take as long as I thought it was going to do. I mean, it took a fair while, don't get me wrong, but it was actually pretty good, to be fair. The subsoiler, because it goes deep down, like I say, it's taking them times 40 mil underneath the topsoil, you're going to get a lot of drag. So we're working at 7 mile an hour. That last field was a bit of a slog because it's just so big. But it's good that we know we've got that ploughed state, and as I say, we can just drill straight into that. There's no need to cultivate and power harrow it. Now I know in game you can just drill into a ploughed field, but you wouldn't necessarily do that in real life. You'd probably want to power harrow or cultivate a ploughed field before you did it, unless you had a direct seeder that cultivates for you, but we don't have that at the minute. Okay, good stuff. So the drill is in the big shed. I'm going to hook up to that, and then the tractor is bleeping at me because it needs some fuel. So I'll put the drill on, and then we'll get the telehandler, fill it up with some seed, fill the tractor up with some fuel, and then we'll head on down to those fields and get that drilled in. Okay. Lift that up. Perfect. I'm going to miss that toe. Yeah. Should be able to get the telehandler through there. Right. Turn the lights off. We'll end up with a flat battery. I think, have we got a bale fork? Oh no, we've still got the pallet forks on the telehandler, so that's handy. Right. That'll be interesting, this, because it's going to be, well, there's a couple of things really. It'll be the first time that I've drilled any crop, I think, in FS25, because I didn't actually do it on the last series, didn't get that far. I haven't really done much in-game other than this series I've been doing so far. Everything's been in FS22, so this should be good fun. I mean, I know it's not changed much, to be fair, but still feels like a bit of a, a special moment. Okay, how are we there? Up a bit. Oh, up a bit more. Perfect. Go. Now the drill that we've got here is spec'd so that it takes, it's got a weeder on the back which should be able to yeah, just take off any small weeds that we leave behind. So I think that's how it should work anyway. These tines on the back should be pulling out those small weeds from the soil as we drill in. So in theory, we shouldn't need to do any weeding afterwards with this drill. So we'll see how we go. Right. Yeah, that's closed. So we'll head over to the further field first. It was always the best idea to do, to be fair. Like I say, oh, we might want to put some fuel in, otherwise we're going to be back here pretty quick. So we'll just go and do that. Oh yeah, just while we're filling this up, I'll just show you that. So I've been wanting to find, he says, let's pull up into the trigger. Yes, there we go. Yeah, I've been wanting to find a car. So I've been wanting to find a car for the farm, and I was looking a bit online and I was doing a bit of research, and I went on for a bit of months, and I managed to find this sort of old school Land Cruiser, which I thought, well, that's pretty cool. Close as I could get to something kind of older style and British. Obviously there was no Land Rover, which is what I'd usually go for, a Defender or something, but I thought, well, that's pretty cool. That'll do for now. I think it's got a tow in. Yeah, it's got a tow bar. So should be able to use that to go and pick up bits and pieces from the shop if we get IBCs or anything else like that. But I thought it suited the farm, so we've got that now, which is good. I'll probably use it for if we need to go and check out fields and things in between doing work and whatnot. We can use it for that, checking out the cows and things. Which reminds me, actually, we're 10 to 4, aren't we? Let's have a look. See, look, all the hay's gone again. Yeah, we're going to need to take 3 bales down, aren't we? Flipping out. Okay, well, we better do that before we go and do this job. I have to do it quite quick as well. Right, I'll get that done now, and then I will meet you guys back in the other field when we're about to start. Oh, when we're about to start doing the drilling. So I'll catch you in a bit. Well, hello again, everybody. Back in the Massey now, having filled it with fuel. We've got seed in, and yeah, I just went down to go and check that cow field, and so yeah, it wasn't as empty as I thought it was. There was just 450 litres of hay left though, so we did need some hay in it, which is fine. So we've put another 2 bales in, and it did. They didn't need water. They still had 4,000 litres left, which is good. Interestingly though, I thought, well, I'm probably going to need then to put another bale in after we finish doing this drilling later tonight to make sure they keep stocked up, because I need them to get to sort of 100% health, just so that they actually reproduce. Otherwise, we're not going to get the calves. So I need to keep an eye on that a bit more. The other thing I thought though was, just while I was, in fact, I'll just show you when we get to the field. I was flicking through the menus to see things, and I checked. Oh, here's that fella again, the maniac. All right, mate, chill out. There we go. Yeah, I was just flicking through the menus. I'll just show you here quickly. So obviously this is our actual cow pasture, because I was looking at the wrong one before, but this is our cow pasture with cows in it. So you can see you've got 4,000 litres, 60% productivity, and they've got 9,000 litres of hay. The one we were looking at originally was this one, but look at this, total capacity 19,000, and they've got meadow. So it's like the pasture recognises, but then this one's got nothing. So it's like the pasture, I don't know, because I've not put anything into the other ones that don't have calves in them. So it's like the pastures recognise there's meadow in there until animals go in or something. I don't know. I'm completely confused. Again, hopefully the grazing aspect is something that gets fixed by Giants in that next update. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Anyway, let's get this into here. So we want... Oh, I've gone past it. Canola, there we go. So again, we're working at a 3 meter working width this time. Okay, so smaller than the subsoiler. So I'll probably, because it's going to take longer to do, I will film us doing this field, and then I'll sort of skip back after we're done before we do anything else. I'm going to go with 5 headlands. Just gives a bit more turning room up the end, so I can keep that automatic sort of lift up, turn around, drop it down again, sort of way I was doing it before going. Right. Oh, it's on AI worker, you div. There we go. So 5 headlands. Yep. Perfect. Right, we'll start here then. Okay. About there. GPS is on. Seeder on. Beacons off. Away we go. Drop her down. And that is our canola going in. So that's good. I'm pretty pleased that we're going to get this actual crop in. I thought we might have to wait until the spring, and if we did that, you never know, you may affect yield because it's not having as long in the ground. So I'm quite glad that we're managing to get this in. It is 10 to 5. Like I say, we're going to end up working in the dark here on this, but it's better than, you know, missing out on the profit that this crop is going to bring once it's ready to bring in next year. So yeah, so I'm going to try, obviously because of the time it is as well at the minute, I am going to try and get this drilled and then I'll get one of the other AI workers to come in the field off the back and just roll this one while we're drilling the other field. Try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone, really. Because if we can get the rolling done before the end of September, well, we need to get, if we're going to roll, it needs to be done before the end of September, because if the crop germinates then we can't roll, we miss the bonus that we get from rolling. So yeah, so I'm going to look into getting that done as well. So yeah, but that's pretty good. Seems to be going in well. It is going to take us a while with just the 3 meters working width, but again, that's the limitations of what we've got. I think most UK farmers, to be honest, use 3 meter tools. Even with huge fields, they tend to use 3 meter long tools just because of the size of the lanes and things in the UK. You know, if you get something that's too big, you're going to struggle to get down some of the roads that they have to get down. Get that round. There we go. And we're away again. Yeah, so they're kind of limited to the working width of tools just based on the infrastructure. I mean, you can see the tight roads in Carmton. The fields are massive, but the roads are tight, so you are limited as to the size of kit that you can buy and make work on your farm. You know, depending on how well they fold, you can make some things work, but you know, you're never going to have some of the huge kit that you see in maybe places like America and stuff like that. So just one of those hindrances, I guess. Well, what I'm going to do is, like I say, I'm going to get this field drilled, and then we'll look into getting it rolled while we drill the other one. I'll leave it on a bit of a montage, like time-lapse bit of music, so you can watch me get that done, and then I will catch you guys once we get onto. I've missed a row there, haven't I? I have to come back down the other way, I think. But yeah, I'll catch you guys when we get onto that, perhaps at the end of that other field, and then we'll wrap up the video there as well, by taking a bale down to the cows late on tonight, see what they're up to and how they're getting on. Right, I will catch you all in a bit. that took a fair few hours, but we finally got done. So finished just before, just brought all the tractors back. I've been down to the field and put some hay in for the cows, so they're sorted. That was a good few hours working, but I'm pleased to say we got all that OSR on the ground, which is great. So just need to work out what those. I think I'm going to put wheat in those other fields, but I was thinking I'm going to need some more grass too, because I didn't get a lot of hay this year. So need to think about, do we need another grass field somewhere? So all things I'll have a think about in between now and the next episode. And yeah, we're into October now. It's literally just ticked over. So I'm going to go and sleep. And the next time I will see you all will be in the next episode, when we will be doing some more drilling of some kind. We'll probably put some oilseed radish into those other fields as a cover crop, and get that sorted. So yeah, but in the meantime, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Ta-ra!